Hi guys, I'm Rex King. Welcome back to Street to Streaming. I What the heck was this movie? So today we're talking about El Conde. It's a movie about this guy named Augusto Pinochet, and if you know your South American history, yes, this is the guy who was the dictator in Chile who died back in the 1990s. He was a very ruthless man. In this movie, he didn't die. He faked his death and is actually a vampire and is now living out his days in exile with his wife. And he wants to die, so he stops drinking blood. However, one night, someone dressed up as the Count, as I will be referring to him for the rest of the review, goes out and kills a bunch of people and eats their hearts. This leads to his children coming to his little farmhouse mansion thing in the middle of nowhere to try to kill him with the assistance of this nun who's also an accountant. You know how I said that this one makes no sense to me? That's because the story is all over the place, and I'll be honest, I am struggling to explain it. So I really tried to get into this movie because when I saw the trailer for this film, I thought it looked really quirky, really fun, and really entertaining. Then I watched it, and it's quirky. It's unfortunately not entertaining to me, and I lost track of what was going on almost immediately. Um, and I consider myself a smart film watcher, but this film is just. I do not understand what I'm supposed to be seeing here. I really don't. I get the basic story. We have a recluse count who really wants to be known as a great person, even though he was a terrible, terrible, terrible person. And he we're supposed to sympathize with him, I think, but the film doesn't do a good job if that's what they want us to do. In fact, that's another problem I have with the movie. None of these characters are characters I really feel like I'm supposed to be rooting for. As such, I just kind of sat there watching the events unfold with no real skin in the game. I didn't really care what happened to any of these people. Which is a shame because the performances are really good. Like, if the film was written better, these performances would absolutely elevate it to new levels. They managed to make some very quirky, very wonderful performances that would have worked in a better film. And visually, this movie is stunning. I am a sucker for a good black and white film, and this movie is that. There's a lot of good black and white cinematography, a lot of good camera movement, a lot of good scenes that are well timed. I really enjoy the visuals here, and the musical score is also really well done. So the film has a lot of effort put into it. It's just I'm not sure what they were trying to accomplish, and I didn't care about the inevitable outcomes here. I just had nothing to root for, nothing I cared about, and I certainly didn't feel any great loss by what happens in this film. I really don't enjoy this movie. So at the end of the day, despite the fact that there was a lot of effort put into it, I'm going to have to give El Conde, and I'm probably mispronouncing that title, a 4 out of 10. The only reason it's not lower is because, well, again, this film had a lot of effort in it. It just doesn't really feel like it paid off to me. Now, this is usually the part where I make a recommendation, and for a 4, I usually recommend it to a certain small audience. But I'll be honest, I am not sure who to recommend this to. I guess if you're a black and white enthusiast and want to see some good cinematography, this film has that. I know there's a lot of people who apparently like this movie, so maybe I'm just missing something, but I really can't even think of a recommendation for it. Anyway, that's what I thought about Al Conde. If you've seen it, let me know in the comments below, and what you thought about it, or what you felt it was about, or if you actually cared about it. And if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.